1.5 pound ribeye, big ass hamburger patty. Let's throw them dudes on the grill. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you. Get on there. Yes, sir, get on there. All right. Well, there you are. So you've been toying around with the idea that you want to go on the carnivore diet. Well, let's see. You've already failed because you said, man, I just don't have the discipline it takes. I like this too much. I like this food too much. It's never gonna work for me. I can't just eat meat. I can't just eat eggs. Well, you've already failed, and you haven't even started, so you might as well just keep popping your pills, dealing with that joint pain, everything that goes along with being overweight. Now, I did not lose over 100 pounds by not having any discipline. There were a few times I cheated. And by cheating, I mean I went out to dinner with somebody and ordered a few things off a regular menu, but I stayed away from potatoes and some of the other certain things. That didn't kill me. I was amazed it didn't kill me. But for the most part, I stuck to 100% carnivore. Now, I've reached my weight loss, pretty much my weight loss goal, and I can add a few more things in, which is only occasionally green beans. I do eat mushrooms. I'm going to eat some mushrooms today. But it isn't hard, man. Let me teach you how to think about this. You have to stop thinking about food. Let me get a water here. You got to stop thinking about food as a pleasure. I know. That's the hardest part to get over, isn't it? Stop thinking of it as a pleasure and just think of it as a fuel. Because that's what it is. It's just a fuel. You know, 150 years ago, 100 years ago, food was not a pleasure. It was a privilege. The best meal of the week was usually on Sundays. That's if they had a family. And that would have been, you know, maybe a roast or something like that. Biscuits. Anything that could have been cooked on their fireplace or their wood stove. Today we have air fryers, we've got microwave, we've got a whole slew of things today that make it really easy. And they really make it easy to eat these high processed foods, macaroni and cheese and everything else you can throw in a microwave. Frozen pizzas can go into the toaster oven, air fryer, your oven. They make it real simple to get fat. They didn't have that back then. Food was something they had to have, but it was something they may not have got every day. It was a fuel that they needed. And when they got hungry, they had to seek that out. You see in the Western movies a lot where they always have beef jerky. That's what some of them would eat. You know, beef jerky. That's how they would have to prepare their meats. They would have to smoke it, dry it, or use salt to dry their meats out because they didn't have refrigeration. Refrigeration was another thing that started making people obese. Now foods would last longer. You could keep more on hand, and it was just easier to eat. But thinking of food as just a fuel, think of it as like water. It's a fuel. You're not going to go ape crazy over water. It's water, okay? It tastes like water. It looks like water. It's always water. And that should be the same way you think about food. You know, no matter what, but you're still going to be eating nice things like the steak I put on, a hamburger patty. Yes, in carnivore, you can put a little cheese on that hamburger patty. You can, you know, some people that do carnivores, oh, you can't have any spices, you can't have any of this. Whatever works for you, And if you're losing weight, it works, okay? In the beginning, you want to go pretty much strictly carnivore. You want to get your body in check with that. You want to start the process of eliminating fat. So I would not eat a lot of those things at first. Now I use a garlic salt. It's an ancient sea salt. It's not very cheap. It comes in a little jar. It's called Jacobson's garlic salt. But it's an ancient sea salt, like Redmond's ancient sea salt, with garlic. And you're not going to gain any weight from putting a little of that on. I also use a lot of salt on things. Yes, you've been told salt's bad, but your body needs it. So forget everything you've heard, okay? Now, if you have a serious heart problem, you're on a pacemaker, man, you need to check with your doctor first. Most likely, they're going to tell you, you shouldn't go carnivore because they're not educated on it. There's no good studies on anything, really, nutrition-wise. There's just no good studies on it. So y'all just keep sitting there while I go check on my burger now. This grill, I'm going to have to replace it. These things don't last long, these black stones. They rust out from the inside, and I ain't impressed with them. Got to turn it so it gets them grill marks, you see. Let that burger get good and done. It's a fat one. So just think of it as a fuel. And you're going to find when you eat only meat, only eggs, you're not going to be as hungry. You're not going to want to eat 3 meals a day. 3 meals a day, no human being needs. 1 and maybe a breakfast a couple days a week. That's what I am going to, that's what I do, is maybe 3 days a week I have a breakfast consisting of eggs. You can make eggs in a lot of different ways: scrambled, poached, fried. I sometimes put some hamburger meat in there, and I'll make a skillet and put a little cheese on the top, and it's good. But unless you change how you think about food and get rid of the notion that every meal has to be a gourmet meal, well, you're gonna fail every single time. Every single time. And that's how Americans have evolved, is that everything has to be the best tasting food, and usually those involve foods with sugar in it. Yep. Sugar comes in a lot of different names, a lot of disguises, but it's in almost everything you consume other than meat. They don't put it in meat. Now, they might put it in some processed meats, some hams. You have to be careful on hams. But you're not going to really have to worry about carbs or sugar in any of your meats. You can eat chicken, you can eat fish. I keep sardines on hand. Even though I don't like fish, somehow I can stomach them things. You can get smoked oysters. Just read the cans. Okay, you're staying away from carbs, you're staying away from sugar. Sardines can come in many different styles. They can come in many different sauces. I just get mine in water. And once in a while, spring olive oil. You can get them in olive oil. But you have to get away from that mindset. You have to stay away from the restaurants, the fast food. There's no fast foods that are good for you, none of them. And the more you can stay away from them, the better. I haven't been to one in 16 months at least. That's when I started carnivore. It's been that long. And you will start to feel better and drop that weight. And you're gonna wonder why. Why haven't we all been doing this? Why are we all so overweight? Because this is so simple. And the food is still good. You learn ways to prepare it. It is good. I make my chili. Yeah, you can still make carnivore chili. Doesn't have beans. It's pretty much chili without the beans. Now, I add a can of tomato sauce because I'm mostly ketovore now. And I'm going to probably remain that way. But I'm going to start adding fasting to my lifestyle. And fasting's a whole nother ballpark. It cleanses your entire system. I'm still researching how much I should fast the first time. I think 36 hours should do, because your body turns on different switches during the day. You know, after you eat 4 hours, it's out of your stomach, and then it's in your intestines and all that for 14 hours, and then your body starts cleaning. But usually before then, we start shoving in more food, so it never gets time to stop, never gets time to replenish the blood cells, to clean your liver, to clean your intestines. It's like a natural enema. All you have to do, stop eating. So I'm going to be probably doing that next Monday. We'll let you know how that goes. But you got to get in the right, if you're not in the right mindset, it isn't going to work for you. This is not something you can start and stop and start and stop. I mean, you could, but what's the point? Quit being a failure and enjoy the successes that everybody else is getting, because it's great. It's absolutely great, man. And the reason I am going to go do the fasting, because I've reached a point, a plateau, where I can't, just this little bit here, I can't get rid of it. And I'm still eating like I've always ate. I even backed off of some of the green beans and that, which doesn't have a lot of carbs. Ooh, fire. That's a big, thick steak, so it may look like I'm overcooking it, but I'm not. Now, you don't want to overcook. You can eat it, usually I eat it rare. Medium rare to rare. The rarer you can eat it, the better. Gives you more nutrients. So, well, I guess that's about it. I'll show you what this meal looks like before I eat it. But there are so many videos. Go to Dr. Ken Berry. There's Dr. Baker. There's Dr. Berg. There's so many carnivore doctors on YouTube that have the answers you need. The biggest ones being, oh, my cholesterol's it's gonna kill me. The cholesterol's gonna go high. It's not. Trust me, it's not gonna kill you. You're eating the perfect human diet is what it's called. So thanks for watching. Happy trails. Hey, stay tuned for this glorious meal here.